FanGraphs has released, finally, their Dodgers top 49 prospects. And I'm going to turn off the echo while we do that. There we go. Okay, there. Sorry about that, everybody. Let's start again. FanGraphs has released their Dodgers top prospect list. This time, instead of 47 or 51, they went with 49. What do you know? If they'd only spend as much time working on getting rid of some of their ads on their website as they do on their cleverness with numbers and everything, we'd be really happy. However, this site, the way we're going to lock in today, I'm going to have to use my phone in order to do some of this stuff, because their website kills my browser, and I would not be able to do a site with this or a podcast with this. So this is Tim Rogers. Yes, it rhymes with Dodgers, of the Dodgers 2080 experience, and for tonight, the Dodgers prospect report. Let's lock it in. Okay, FanGraphs. So you got to use the phone because that's what it is. Because their website just dies, and I just didn't have time to go pay for the ad-free stuff, and I'm scared even that might not even work. Okay, so number 49. Yes, number 49. Alex Makarewicz, who was drafted in 13th round in 2023. He's a righty, and his fastball grades are now 50. The future is 55. His cutter is ranked pretty high. He sits 93 to 96, and tops out at 97 miles an hour. We should see him at Rancho, and we'll be doing some more in-depth things with some of these guys. Here's the funny thing: I barely have even looked at this list. So some of these guys I have not dug into. Number 48 is a friend of the show, though. Jesus Galiz. I can't believe he has fallen that far down. His throw grade on a 2080 scale is a 70. I believe it. He's only 20 years old. I just can't believe that they're kind of throwing him under the bus already. He became really good during the season, so I think they're off with Jesus. Madison Jeffrey sits 96 to 98. He hits 99. He'll admit it. It's his command. He has to start throwing some strikes. But Madison's a good dude. The problem is he spent 2 years at Rancho. He just has to get the ball over the plate more. It gets him in trouble pretty quick. But his fastball and slider grade so high, so there's so much potential there. And on that note, I'm going to take a hit. Dr. Pepper Zero, only the best stuff for tonight's show. I love the prospect list. Dylan Campbell, drafted in the 4th round out of Texas. Saw him play a little bit. He's 21, almost he'll be 28, 28. 22 pretty soon. Outfielder, and his throw grade's pretty good. His fielding's kind of weird. They have him 35 now and 60 in the future. That's a real big disparity. The hit tool, the same. It's 30 and 50. It's like very unbalanced. So they're going based on some raw skills that are there. Yeah. So Dylan Campbell, got to meet him at not spring training, but at Rancho. I think he'll start the season there too. 45, your favorite Canadian prospect, Lucas Wepf. Tough to say. He's 24. He had a really nice year. He's got some good stuff. They have his command pretty low, but he throws a good fastball and his slider's wicked. But he's a reliever pretty much, so that's cool. Number 44. I love this one. Juan Murillo. Juan had a Tommy John surgery. We saw him last year in spring training, He was coming, and he had a really nice appearance. He's throwing really hard. That was against I believe that was against the Angels in their freeway series there. But he throws really hard. I mean, they have him sitting 98 to 100, topping out at 101. Fastball is a 70 out of the 2080 scale. Hint, hint. Where do you think the name comes from? 2080 scale. We should mention that. Slider is grades as 50. It's the command. The Dodgers have it'll be a consistent pattern where their prospects are going to be players that throw really hard. Yeah, my voice is cracking. What do you know? They throw really hard, but they struggle with getting the ball over the plate because they figure we can teach these gentlemen how to command the zone better than we can to get them to throw harder. That's so it's overall stuff. Number 43, Ben Kasparius. I was able to interview him, friend of the show, in 2022, right before he got promoted to Great Lakes. Sits 91 and 93, tops out 95. His slider is where it's at. That's his above. It's grades out at a 70 according to these guys. He's 25. Big season coming up for him. Let's go to Alex Freeland. We saw him get a hit yesterday and today, right? Alex is a shortstop, but he also played, I think he played third base yesterday. He played shortstop tonight. They have him at 42. He was drafted in the third round. So, obviously FanGraphs doesn't like him. The Dodgers, I think, do. He will be starting the season probably at Double-A. Switch hitter, and there's some power there, and I think the it will be interesting. I think he's not bad. You look at him, he kind of reminds you of Brandon Crawford, except without the gross hair. Jose Rodriguez. All right, long, tall Jose, 6'6", 200 pounds. He threw a bit at Rancho. I saw him a bit. Got some video, a little bit of video of him if you look it up. But yeah, he's throwing 92, 95, topping out at 96. Fastball is rated decently. Changeup is good, and the command, they like his upside with command. Sometimes the taller guys struggle with it. Okay, so they struggle getting that command. Number 40, former shortstop at St. Mary's. No, not Tony Gonsolin, but Christopher Campos. Chris keeps getting better and better. That was his his first full year pitching. He was drafted by the Dodgers out of St. Mary's and immediately converted to a pitcher. Topping out at 95, I thought there was more there, and I think there will be. He's got a good arm. Number 39, tonight's hero, Austin Gauthier. Grand Slam. Couldn't be happier for that guy. I've told it many times. Met him 2022 spring training. Really, got to be honest, no idea who he was. Undrafted guy out of Hofstra. I believe that's what it was. And just keeps grinding. Really got started out there at Rancho, keeps going and moving forward. So this is a guy that's, has a real chance to make it. I mean, he grades 60s in both running and fielding, which is cool. And I think the hit tool, Casey Porter's pointed this out a million times. The dude has a great eye. So Austin Gauthier, I'm just so happy about that guy. Good to see him do well. Florida State draftee in the fourth round, number 38 is Wyatt. I don't know what I was about to say. Wyatt Cowell, lefty. Yay, lefties. So recent Tommy John, all that good stuff. The slider is a 50, and the command's a little low right now, but they like where he might be. Right now, sits 92 to 94, tops out at 95. Let's see. I hate doing. I wish I could be showing you all these things, but again, FanGraphs has way too many ads. In fact, folks, if you ever see my sites have way too many ads, and of course I run ads, I got to grift hard, But if it's too much where it's unmanageable, please contact me as soon as possible so I can try to fix that. There are settings, and I think they have. I think they had the setting of run as many ads as you can and break everyone's browser. I think that's the setting that they used. Number 37, Eric Swan. He throws hard. Oh yeah. The command's off, but he's a 65 right now with a possible 70 for his fastball. Sliders 50 to 55. Changeup's not too bad, but he sits 97 to 99. Throws 100. That's what he tops out at. I like that. Another one of my favorite stories. Former infielder. Saw him play first base a lot with Rancho in 2021. Sarin Lau, right-handed pitcher. It's amazing. He sits anywhere from 93 to 98 they have with the tops of 99. So they got the fastball well ranked high, the slider, the changeup. Not bad for a guy just learning how to pitch. The command is low, but that might get better. So he's exciting. I'm glad no one Rule 5 drafted him yet, even though I'd like to see the man get paid. Again, when I first met him in 2020, didn't know a word of English, at least didn't let anything out. Then I ran into him, Rancho, and he was just come up like I was an old friend. I was with Stephen Douglas, and his English was amazing. Number 35, another, and I gotta give credit. Hopefully people giving me credit like for Lorenzo and stuff like that, and some of these other guys. But Ricky Vanasco, number 35, he's been looking good. Casey might have nailed this one. Tops out at 98. Fastball and curveball grade pretty well. Jake Geloff, at number 34. That's pretty low in my opinion. They are not. Some of these prospect sites are not very high on him, but are you going to trust the Dodgers? Or are you going to trust the prospect sites? And let's get a reminder. The Dodgers have their own list. They have their own list. So, Jake Geloff, they have his future value only at 40 total. They like his power, and they like his throwing, but they don't like the rest. We'll see. Jake, prove them wrong, please, because I think you're the first baseman of the future. Number 33, guys had a nice spring training here. Jose Ramos from Panama. Dude's raw power, they only have it at 50 to 55. I think that's high. I mean, I think they're high. Like, they need to stop smoking weed. His raw power, he's very strong. His throwing, they have it as a 70, which is correct. He's a very high risk, high reward guy, though. The guy that almost made me change my website to Dodgers 2090 first round draft pick, Kendall George. They have him really low right now with some of the tools like hit. They have him at a 20 and they project him at 50. So that's a really broad scope there. Power, they actually have him with a little bit of power. Running, they give him an 80. Too low. Should be a 90. Fielding, they have him a little low. But he's a lefty all the way. Some people say Juan Pierre. I think he's got more power than Juan Pierre. And hopefully a better stolen base percentage. Another one that some people have been high on, number 31 is Brady Smith, the starting pitcher. He's a righty also. 90-93 with a top of 95. This is a high school guy, though. Okay, 19 years old. These guys have more in them. At 30, this is a big one here. He's going to turn 18 pretty soon. Jesus Tillero, Tillero, Tillero. Fastball, they have him topping out at 97 already, and he's not even 18 yet. So the command they have is really low, but they have some really good projections for him with his fastball and slider and command. And so again, relatively speaking, he's still in high school. Number 29, Samuel Munoz. So they're banking on some more power from him. He didn't provide it yet in 2023, but They think right now they have his raw power at a 35, but they projected a 50. So he's also just 19 years old. Um, but they hit tool 25 out of 60. That's crazy because I thought he's a pretty good hitter already. He just seems to be more of a hitter than for average than power. But we'll see. We will see. Okay, number 28, third baseman Alexander Albertus. All right, I know we've talked about him briefly in my coverages, which I still got to finish. Hit tool again 25 all the way up to 60. So they're just like they like his throwing, they like his fielding, run. They're not huge fans of his power, but still only 19 years old. Number 27, Noah Miller. Does that ring a bell? Just got him in the trade for Manny Margot, which allowed the Dodgers to sign Enrique Hernandez. Noah Miller. They only have his fielding at a 40 to 50. I think, yeah, they really need to quit smoke and crack. I'm ready to throw this list away. This is bad. Some of these things are really bad. One of the things I've seen them. They've targeted a few guys. They were higher on Pepio before just about anyone else. Number 26 is Trey Sweeney, who has looked really good all the way around. Some raw power. They like his power. They like his hit. First rounder from the Yankees. Got him for old friend Yorbit Vivas. Hunter Fiducia, number 25. Oh, 26, almost 27. He needs to play him or trade him, right? They're not a fan of his power or his running. They like his fielding, though. Let's see. Number 24. Yeah, this list is sucky. Hyun Suk Chung. They have him sitting 91 to 95, topping out at 97. He is 20 years old, just turned 20. They like his curve. They like his potential for his fastball, slider, and curve. They don't like his command much, or as much as possible. Way down, number 23, Landon Knack. I think that might be age-related. Fastball 91 to 95, hits 96. Command is, they only have them from 45 to 50. They're high. They're high in a bad way again. Yeah, this is not my favorite list. This is I'm going to say it so far. This list kind of sucks. Do your homework, guys. Carlos Duran. Carlos is coming back. I almost forgot about him. My goodness. Carlos he's still only 22 years old. He'll be 23. Big kid. Fastball 95 to 97, can hit 99. The slider and fastball they have ranked really well. It's command. Another Tommy John guy, Edgardo Enriquez. I like him too. Still not even 22 yet. Had Tommy John, signed in 2018 out of Venezuela. I'm just so glad no one drafted him in the Rule 5. Fastball sits 94, 98, tops at 100. He kind of looks like A-Rod when he was younger. Big kid, 6'4", 215. Fastball, they have it as a 60. Slider, 55. Curve, 50. Change up, only a 30. Then command at a 30. Fair enough. Number 20. Okay, so I'm really surprised that they have this guy this high after he had a rough one. But Ronaldo Yane. I've pushed him quite a bit. When someone says, "Hey, who was first on Ronaldo?" It's me. I was on Ronaldo. He was dominant in the Arizona League, but then got up to Rancho and really struggled. I mean, my goodness. Fastball though, 97 to 100. Can hit 102. It's the command. So the fastball's legit. It's going to come around. He just turned 20. So I'm not worried about that. It's a little high, though. Number 20 for a reliever is very high. But he is a reliever. Let's see. 19. Ronan Kopp only down at 19. Again, this list really isn't very good. Fastball is 60, slider 55, changeup down, command they have at 20 and 35. It wasn't that bad this last year. It was better. Sits 95 to 98, tops out at 100. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what some of these guys are watching. Maddox Bruns, 19, excuse me, 2021 draft pick, first round draft pick. Fastball 60, slider 60, change 40, command 30. Sits 93 to 97, tops out at 98. I am a big fan of his. If he gets if he can get his command together, he might be a star. I do have him still as one of my top 3 that I think the Dodgers value the most. Number 17. These guys are, Jackson Ferris. Wow. Second round pick, of course. I got him for Michael Busch in 2022. They don't like his fastball that much. They have him sitting 91 to 95, topping out at 96. They like his slider curveball, and future change, and they like his future command. They just don't like it now. Number 16, almost going to turn 19, Oswaldo Osorio, Osorio. Hit, they're not a fan of it, but they like his power a lot. They kind of like his fielding too. So maybe he doesn't hit for a high average. We shall see. He really hasn't. Not going to be a batting average type guy, but maybe some serious slug from shortstop. The question, of course, with all these guys at shortstop, will he stick at short? They think he might, or they think he might be a really good third baseman. Number 15, Peter Hubick. So Pete, again, really good dude. Watched him quite a bit, and they like him. They have him at 15. Sits 91 to 94, tops at 96. His curveball is his calling card. They like his fastball and slider from a future perspective. I think he's a couple mistakes away from being really dominant. Number 14, Peyton Martin, who, this is future value, they say, is 45 total. Not even 20 years old. Okay. 50 current fastball 55, slider 50, 55 also. Changeup a 30, command a 30. No. Sits 94 to 96, tops at 97. I'm worried he's trying to throw too hard. That's my concern. He is a former shortstop from high school. Gavin Stone, they have at number 13. And they still love his changeup. The command, they think, is 45. So they still like Gavin. That's good. I do too. But he is 25, so it's time. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't covered Joe. I haven't talked about. I was trying to get. I'm just looking at the list almost for the first time right now. I've looked a little bit. Number 12, Josh Thomas, been hot on this guy, Eduardo Quintero. It's weird. They say he's a hit right now, present of 25, with the future possibility of 70. That's very broad. Good Lord. They like his running. They think his fielding, throwing is good. But he's an outfielder. Center field, it looks like. We shall see. Yeah, we'll go through some of these guys that, if you already have seen the list and you know of guys that didn't make it, drop them in the chat like Joe did. Justin Robleski, I'm a fan. Drafted 2021, Tommy John risk. Fastball's good. Everything's good with this guy. They don't like his command yet. They say present 35, future 60. Such a weird. These guys are weirdos. Sits 92, 95, tops at 98. Yeah, he's a good one. He's one of the lefties that I really am big on. We also got Ferris, and we have Bruns and Kopp. So lefties are in pretty good shape. Number 10, Nick Frasso. He's injured, but he's nasty. Again, the right-handed Alex Wood tops out at 98. but he had some shoulder issues. Okay, Emil Morales. He was their top international pick or signing in 2024. Um, they really like his power. They like it a lot. They have his future power at 70. And his hit tool, they have future at 50, run 50, fielding 50, and it throws at 60. So there we go. This might be, let's see, do they really have him? They think he could move to third just because he's big. We've seen that with we're talking to Corey Seager forever like that. This is shocking. Absolutely shocking. Number 8 is Josue DePaula. I think he actually dropped for them. They have his hit tool right now at 20. What are these guys smoking? This is a bad list. This is a very bad list. They have his raw power at 45. He hit like 1 home run, maybe 2. They have his running right now at 40 and then dropped to 30. They don't like his fielding either. Throwing, throwing. I've seen him throw pretty well. He got gunned at 102. That was with the running start. He stole a lot of bases too. Maybe that doesn't mean you're good at it or that you're fast, but yeah, he has a great eye. He really has a great eye. Yeah, this list, this blows goats. Number 7, Andy Paez. I'm trying to get that correct. Raw power. They only have him right now at a 45. Game power of 50. They have his throw at 60. Fielding, they like his fielding. I don't get it. He's a 60 grade power and probably a 65 to 70 arm. Yeah, these guys are really smoking crack. Not a good list. Number 6, I think I'm a big fan of this guy, Yoandry Vargas. Future value they have is 50, which is good. That's above average. Means he's a pretty darn good ball player. That's what they think. And so, they talk about him compared to compare his build to Fernando Tatis, but that's probably without the extra medicine. So I'm fired up about him. We'll see. Hopefully we get to see him this year. Number 5, Kyle Hurt. So at least Kyle Hurt got ranked properly. Fastball is 60, slider 40, curveball 45, changeup 80. Hi, yeah, nice. Command 40. It improved a lot this last year. They have him from 94 to 97 with a topping out at 99. He is going to be 26 pretty soon. Number 4. I was first on this guy, Tehran Laranzo. His hit tool they have real low. They love the power. The running, fielding, his throwing, they only have it as a 40. Yeah, we'll see about that. Yeah, we'll lay into these guys in a minute. I'm glad I didn't pay for their site. I was ready to pay for it. Number 3, Diego Cartaya. Hit low, but they have the power high. Run, they have him at a 40, dropping to 30. They like his fielding for potential. I'm glad they didn't give up on him. Dalton Rushing, at number 2. They don't like his hit tool. They got to remember this guy had a concussion. The fielding, they like his throwing. I'd still think because of the glut of catching, I would still try to put him at first. And number 1, with the fatigue shoulder himself, River Ryan, 25 and a half years old. They love his fastball. They grade at 60, curveball 55, change 40, cutter 55, command 40, 50, or 40, and then fastball sitting 95 to 98, topping out at 99. This list is pretty poor. I'm not sure what they were watching, but I'm just shocked at some of these things. I think they kind of missed out on some. Hey, but it's a fun list. Some of the things about the list are they're fun to look at, just to get names. That's how I learned about Nick Robertson. Okay, so guys didn't make it. Myro Shendrick, Martinez, and Chris Newell. Yeah, Chris Newell. No, so Newell, Joe, he did go to, he went to Double A and struggled a bit, but he was also hurt. Yeah. Yeah, Tomotle, I'm gonna kind of work a little backwards here because I was just reading through it. And hello, everybody. Yep, Austin Gauthier, home run. Thank you, NS, for the kind words. Yeah, Tamale, I'm reminded why I don't give FanGraphs rankings much class. Too biased towards traits of potential. And I think even this year, Tamale, I think they even blew that. Just like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, putting DePaula's power over his hit tool is insane. I'm gonna for DePaula on his defense. I didn't see anything bad from what I saw. However, he's only 18, and let's just see what happens there. Yeah, Tamale talking about our guy DePaula. Says you watched over 30 Quakes games. He seemed fine to me. Definitely not going to be a right fielder, but he should be fine in left field. Arm's pretty iffy. Yeah, I don't know. They said they had him gunned pretty hard, so we'll see about that. Yeah, just covering those guys now. Yeah, FanGraphs comparing two Dodgers prospects to Tatis. Yeah. Well, hopefully they don't have ringworm. Yeah, Joe again, bringing the facts. Noah Miller won a Gold Glove for that defense, and they only graded him at 40. I don't know what they're talking about. To say it just didn't have a spot for the Twins. Okay. Yeah, hepatitis. FanGraph doesn't like Josue as a DH. Just imagine you're saying, "Oh, this kid is 18, and he's a DH." Really? Come on. They don't know that. He's athletic. There's plenty there. We'll see. We will see. Apparently Paez didn't have high exit velos to them. Okay. I don't know. I saw some. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. This is a good question, Kurt. What is going on with Luis Rodriguez? 2020, he was listed at 10th Dodger prospect on MLB list. Now you don't see him break the top 50. I know. A lot of strikeouts. I thought he improved, though, last year. I'll give him that. Yeah. 7 guys in the top 30 haven't reached low A yet. Yeah. Fine putting in the top 50, but come on, yeah. While leaving out guys like Kopp and things like that. Yeah, your friend Medina. Yeah, there's another one. And there's a few other ones. Like I said, this was my first. I looked at it briefly this morning, but today was a real busy day at work. So, and to be honest, I barely watched the game tonight. Got home, wife and I went out, tried to watch some of it, but didn't really catch too much. Did see, of course, Austin's home run. And just seeing those young guys really kick it in the 8th inning, like, Rick Monday and Tim Neverett were talking about. When the 8th inning comes around, those guys are ready to go. So I think that's really encouraging if you look at it that way. You go, well, we got our prospects in the 8th. The other teams have their prospects in the 8th that were dominating the 8th inning. Yeah. Defense is overrated anyway. It's about the bat. That's kind of the way it is right now. Yeah, gosh. Hep, you're saying it. Reason why no one wants Chapman. And Chapman's defense is going down a bit. Yeah, Josue being shaky on defense is no problem, and that is something that could be corrected. It's kind of like defense is about effort. Yeah, so Glasnow. I didn't want to. I was trying to cover the young guys first Showtime, but you got Glasnow. I didn't get to watch it, but I saw the number. I saw a little bit, but hey, 5 Ks in 3 innings. Um, he just got to stay healthy, and we're really happy there. I don't know if you guys. I think hopefully a lot of you guys got to see my Snell video this morning. I need to probably tweet it out again. But what do y'all think? Yeah, Jake Geloff really disrespected. In fact, some of these other guys are like, what? Um, yeah, just insane. I'm just not a fan. So MLB Pipelines is coming out soon, and that'll hopefully be better. FanGraphs gives you something. So what they do have, I'm pretty sure they got some people in Arizona, and they look at them, and some FanGraphs has actually put people in front offices. But I think this one, I think they're kind of getting a little shaky. Um, I don't know. I think they get maybe they're getting a little too arrogant. I don't know. If you're 18 and built like a 25-year-old, FanGraphs will love you. Yeah. Hey, DJ Jesse. Keith Law releases list. Yeah, I have not. I haven't commented on Keith Law's list because it's behind a paywall, and I haven't seen the list published in public. Once it is, his list I liked. His list made a lot more sense, even though he's got these things too, and he's one guy. Yeah, thanks, Showtime. Yeah, his Snell video was great. Make him a Dodger, napping Friedman wake up. Yeah, it's just a matter of do they want him. And I'm just gonna, as I said 100 different times, you can never have enough pitching. Pitchers break, and of course, it's not my money. Yeah, Josue's big kid. When there's a if you look on the videos out there, if you do a search in my area, there's search for DePaula, and he's next to me, and I'm almost 5'11", and he towers over me. And he's still growing. I mean, geez, he's got some some athletes in his family too. So professionally, like Stephon Marbury. There's can't remember the other guy. He's got a couple uncles around. So there's some, and his dad was serious enough about the sports, about the sports to take him to Dominican so he could get signed earlier instead of going through the draft. Let's see. Some people, it's funny. There's always a couple trolls out there. I'm gonna call them mascots. Snell is either an angel or a giant by next week. Yeah, probably true. Hopefully not a giant. I really don't want him in the division. I really don't want that. Yeah, DePaula will get there. I think he's one of those guys that's very gifted, and probably needs to focus on some things more than just a hitter. I think Vargas had that issue too. I do not remember any of his 6 or 7 errors. Yeah, he might be a little awkward. I mean, I'm going to say he's 6'3", about 170. That's a guess. He's not that. He's still growing. He's still feeling it. He doesn't have, first of all, he doesn't have his man strength because he's 18. And he's coordination, tall, lanky guys. Yeah, I'm not giving up on that guy at all. I think he's a good one. How about this, Timothy? We'll be concerned in 4 years if we see issue. 2 to 4 years. Then we'll be concerned if we see if we don't see if we see him, not playing defense well. But yeah, I didn't see him play bad defense. I'm not worried about him yet. Just keep learning how to hit. Things will come around. Oh, Mitch White reached triple digits the other day, huh? Yeah, and I got Nick Frasso going on the injured list. Well, good for him. Is he still with the Blue Jays? Or did he get moved again? I thought he got DFA'd. Maybe I'm wrong. I can't remember everybody. That's for sure. I'm barely keep track of the Dodgers. Yes, 32-220. Sell the team. Lux makes them a bottom 5 team. Should have re-signed Seager or Turner. Dodgers are going to lose 140 games. Friedman failed. Showtime, you need to add the last part. Fire Dave Roberts. Come on. Step it up, my man. Yeah, Lexi's. I'm gonna be a little patient with Lux. I'll probably make a video of him about it pretty soon. All we are saying is give Lux a chance. I believe in him. But hey, that's why you have these months before the trade deadline. Now, here's the problem, though. I don't think Adames is going to be available. I think the Brewers are going to be right in it, and they're not going to do it. So get ready for a dose of if for some reason Gavin can't handle it, then get ready for a dose of Miggy Rojas, Chris Taylor, and Kiki Hernandez, and maybe Trey Sweeney. No guarantees on that one though. That's for sure. But hey, keep an open mind on some of those things. That's what I'm going to try and do at least. Yeah, please likes are always good. Adames is a good fielder. How about that? It's like, how much of an upgrade is Adames over Miggy Rojas? He's got more power. Yeah, Reds can take the division. It's wide open. I think the Cardinals are going to suck though. I think they've spent so much money on mediocrity like Lance Lynn, Kyle Gibson, and there's a couple other things. I'm like, you're not an Adames fan, are you? My favorite Adames moment, of course, is taking strike 3 in Game 6. Seeing the Reds versus Dodgers NLCS matchup, which feels bad for us. Oh, I'm gonna wait a little bit on that. We're still preseason. We have Shohei Ohtani, who is, in WBC proved he's a good ball player. He's not going to shrink. Teoscar Hernandez doesn't shrink. I think it's going to help the whole team. Let's see. Yeah, if I believe in the bat, he's still making errors like this by June, and it's time to look for replacements. Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. You're just not going to find a lot on there. But you know what? Here's the good news. The Dodgers can actually afford to overpay for somebody if they need to. Like, okay, we'll give you 4 right-handed pitchers. We still got 100 more. That's the way I kind of look at it. We can give you a catcher. We still got 3 more. So that's why I'm not as worried. I do think Lux's throw is a little interesting to me. It doesn't look like a normal shortstop throw. And I know that going back from second to back and forth did not help him. Yeah, I totally believe in the bat. And who knows what might happen. If worse comes to worse, they might have to put Mookie back in right field, put Gavin at second, trade for a shortstop. What I'm hoping for is he works out. Because I want Andy Paez to be the right fielder by July, August. Yeah, Skubal ain't going to be available because the Tigers are going to be pretty good this year, and they're in a crappy division too. You're concerned Teoscar hit a double and came out of the game was out of breath. That might have just been some excitement and things like that. I'm not worried about these guys. They know what they're doing. The Dodgers know what they're doing with these gentlemen. Ooh, sorry, I'm a little tired. It was supposed to be an off Friday, and I put in 8+. Yeah. Um, yeah. Eli De La Mid. Okay. Yeah, he came in with a bang and kind of they found the holes, didn't they? In Ellie, Eli. Why is it? I'm just again. I'm a little bit tired. As always, that's just the way I roll. Sometimes it was a long freaking week at work, and again, it's supposed to be an off Friday, but I put in this pay period well over 100. Um, oh, good point, Tamale. Yeah, Freddie makes scoop on Lux's errant throw the other day. Yeah, he's going to save Lux a few times. And you know what? But that's their job, right? If the shortstop, it's his job, just especially on tough plays, get the ball over there within range and let guys like Freddie do their thing. Now, I want the routine ones to be there. Obviously, I just the yips come. Just that freaks me out. That just freaks me out. Right. Yep. Yeah. Cease is the only realistic arm. That is very true. Luzardo isn't going anywhere. I think the Marlins are going to contend a little bit, at least for a wild card. And Scooble, I think is the Tigers are going to be right there. It's a bummer. I'm sure the Dodgers made some move, tried to do those things. So who's the first baseman of the future after Freddie? Oh, it could be Vetrano. That guy's a house though. He's a big dude, lefty all the way. Who knows who gets moved over there? Maybe it's DePaula. Maybe he ends up being a first baseman. I don't know. Um, yeah, who knows? I mean, remember, even Freddie started as a third baseman. Um, heck, maybe it'll have to be Lux. Hopefully not. Sorry, Gavin. Just had to make a little joke there. Um, you think the Marlins are going to be bad? I think their pitching's good enough. They're going to be strong. You think Arozarena is going to be a Dodger in 2025 with Randy in left, Outman in center, Paez in right? Maybe. Yeah, I know this channel, including 120% of the chat, was all in on Arozarena. But I think the Dodgers did well with Teoscar. I think it's a good fit. Um, yeah, Luzardo's got 3 years of control. It's going to be a year or two before he's traded. Um, yeah. See, Roy, now you're talking. The entire world will go berserk if we sign Snell to a deferred Shohei-like contract. Or, yeah, big AAV with some deferments. Oh, yeah. Let's go. And again, thank you for everyone who did have a look at that video. I liked it. It was and the funny thing, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but do you know why I really liked it? It was because I very rarely said the tragic word. I very rarely said I took my time, even though I winged it. I did not plan any of that stuff. I winged all that, but I took my time and I didn't say trying to break that habit. So I need to speak slower. One of the reasons I say that word probably too much is I get rolling too fast. My brain is a little slower. I need to stay back, stay with who I am, lock in, and go. Other than Adamas, what's the shortstop trade market? Great question. So let's play what if. What if Gavin Lux, for some reason, is not good enough to be the starting shortstop? Who is out there? Bo Bichette isn't going to be out there yet. That's the guy that I would really like. But I think the Jays probably contend, and I just don't see them trading him off quite yet. Let's see. The Yankees got nobody. Red Sox. I think Trevor Story is now a second baseman. The Orioles, maybe they got a young guy the Dodgers can overpay for. Who knows who the Rays have? Probably someone good. They can maybe get someone. Well, not Wander Franco. Going through the Javi Baez. He could be. He would. The Tigers would give him away along with a bucket of balls and a ton of money just to have him go away. That's what the Tigers would do with that dude. I'm trying to think. Maybe the Reds, because they have other shortstops, maybe McLean. What's the young? His brother Sean. He's with the Dodgers. I just can't remember his name. Huh. Oh, Garcia from the Royals. Oh, I'll have to look at that. Look at that up. I won't do a show on that, of course, until we. Hopefully, we don't have this as an issue. I really hope it's not an issue. I want Gavin Lux to do well. Plays the Gold Glove third. Okay. Well, Murakami might be their third baseman in a couple years. Along with Sasaki in the mound, right? Chapman to the Giants. Did they do it? That's what. So I'm going to do. Did they do it already? Let's see. My contract, pretty close. I said, so Matt Chapman to the Giants, 3 years, 54. I said 3 years, 45. Pretty darn close. Pretty darn close. I'm just going to reply to Heyman because I got a grift here. Getting 345. Yeah, so the Giants got him. You know what? Good. As Jocko Willink would say, good, but it's not because it's just good. I'm not a fan of a guy that doesn't hit that well. That's the thing. Just not a fan. So grifting off of just got to do that while I can. Hector Gomez, my man. I like Hector. Hector's been good to me on stuff. Yeah, Chapman. That's a guy that really, really blew his market. Really blew that. Yeah, Heyman was on it. He got it first. Good for him. John works hard at that. He wants to be first so bad. Yeah. I love this. Okay. I'll go to Motley first, then I'll go with the killer from Hep. I think a lot of other agents could have gotten Belly and Chapman 3 years in similar terms. Yeah. Belly probably a little bit more. Hepatitis C later. Piss poor hitter going to a pitcher-friendly ballpark. What could go wrong? I love it. He'll have his moments because he does hit the ball hard, but he's got to make contact and all that. His fielding's going down. He's no longer the platinum glove guy. Does this take them out of Snell's sweepstakes? Good question. I hope so. I really hope so. Oh, Chapman, yeah, had 100 offered from the Jays in the beginning. Just so stupid. These guys. This class that Mr. Boris had is so flawed. Javier, good to have you. Insane. So, all right. So, does anyone? Well, does this take the Giants out of it? I hope so. I don't want the Giants to get Blake Snell. That's my bottom line. So, Snell, I had him getting again. Oh, he's got 2 opt-outs also. So, Javier, we went through the top 49 from FanGraphs. FanGraphs list this year, Javier, was trash. Yeah, DePaula leaving Boris. Who knows? Boris, again, I've told you all, I got a friend whose son is with Boris. Yeah. Let me see. I got to reply to the great Bob Nightingale. Of Snell sweepstakes. Because it's the good thing is, the more these guys keep, get anyone else. I don't remember the Giants CBT numbers. I'll take a quick look while we're here. Sport Track. I'm not going to pull it up right now. Sport Track. But I'm going to pull it up. I'm just not going to show it. So you guys you're stuck looking at my grill. Giant, come on. All right. They are come on, geez, these ads, and I hate getting the pop-ups. Hey, sign or do our thing. Okay. They are right now, the Giants are under by about 40 million. So they still could get Snell if they want to do that. That doesn't seem like Farhan. You know what I mean? That doesn't seem like Farhan. I hope he does it. No, not Snell. Maybe he goes overboard with Snell. I don't see him doing that. I think the Yankees have room, and Yankees really should do it, but they seem to care more about luxury tax. The Dodgers, of course, I already made the case. FanGraphs was Javier. It was bad this year. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. Yeah, it's bad. I went through the list. I hadn't really gone through it much earlier, so it was poor. And they need to do better. I think they're better than that. They have some interesting things sometimes. I think they had DePaula higher last year than this year. I don't recall, but I'll have to look at that. I would not. It's just interesting. I'm going to spend time reading more of the things about it, other than just going through the highlights, just to see why a little bit more. Okay, yeah, Angels have 50 million. See, here's what the Angels are looking for. The Angels are looking for like a 33-year-old infielder to overpay for, so they can get hurt. That's what they're looking. They're looking for another one. They already got one. Yeah, only time Matt Chapman worry me is when he's facing Vesia. But Hep, aren't you more worried no matter who's facing Vesia? Just saying. Including even friggin' Jake Cronenworth. The guy who a single hit off Alex Vesia got him a 7-year, $80 million contract because the Padres, specifically AJ Preller, didn't know how to run a team. It's just so bizarre. Let's see, I only got a few more minutes. Wife's on the way home. So, yeah, I mean, cool. I like breaking news. I like the Giants paying for somebody that I don't think is really that good. Exactly, yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'm happy with that one. Hope it takes them out of Snell. Please take a look at that video if you haven't. Pass it around. Like I said, I think it was actually not too bad. The again, my best part of it is the not saying and that's a big deal for me. As you can tell during this one, sometimes I'm stumbling all over. That was just a good 10, 11 minutes of just focused, slow thinking as I go. Yeah. But keep thinking about shortstops. Do you have any shortstop they could trade for if they have to? Get Vesia off the team, bring up Ben Harris and Gamboa. Screw it. Yep, let them throw gas out of the pen versus lefties. Yep, Ben Harris, I think it could be Vesia, but better. Gamboa. Oh, you wore the same hat? Nice. Oh, this hat is my most comfortable hat. Yeah, Matt Gage seems solid enough. Let's hope so. He just brings a different look. He's got some, little weird pre-throw mechanics and stuff like that. Yeah, Gamboa, I want to see get a shot. I think this is a truly Oh, okay. Let me look. Let's see. Well, let me get to passing real quick. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Not. I'm just replying to passing. It's more of a grift. Chapman in season finished. Yeah, no kidding. Exactly. Exactly. Thanks, Showtime. It's just come on, folks. Yeah. Boris is this is his easily his worst off season, and now he's still got three big ones out. Right. I consider JD Martinez to still be a big one. I think he's obviously a better hitter than freaking Matt Chapman. He's just older and can't field anywhere. And Blake Snell, of course, and Jordan Montgomery. So the two really good starting pitchers. Get them, Dodgers. Someone mentioned earlier that I missed Nick Frasso being injured. I thought I had that in my video. But yeah, so again, looking at the Dodgers, who's Emmett Sheehan will not be ready for Korea, and that's okay. But he can't even be used out of the bullpen. He won't be ready. Then we have Nick Frasso out. River Ryan with sore shoulder. Yamamoto used to pitching once a week. Tyler Glasnow with a higher of 120 innings. Paxton's going to get 80 to 100 innings in. Kirsch's going to get maybe 50, right? Bobby Miller, let's don't overdo him. Ryan Yarbrough will get some innings in. Yeah, so pitchers get hurt, pitchers break. You can never have enough pitching, right? Yeah, okay, do you like JD Martinez to the Mets? I just don't want him on in the West. That's for sure. But it looks like it won't happen. Frasso's shoulder, he had shoulder surgery. I'll usually say shoulder surgery. So shoulder surgery. He had it in November. Kind of a bummer. Yep, looks like Snell's going to get a similar deal. But you get the feeling Friedman is done. He might be, but you just don't know. It might be too good of a thing, because if you look at it, where Snell could really build up his value by going to the prior lab, signing something with some opt outs. You get one good year or one great good year from him. He's in good shape. Hopefully, you win a World Series with it. That wouldn't bother me at all. I'm at that point. It's time to win some World Series. Time for a parade down Figueroa. That's where I'm at. Love me some prospects. Most importantly for the prospects, I want to see them get chances to play. So Drew Avens needs to play. He needs to play somewhere in the major leagues. And there's more like that too, right? There's more like that. So, yeah, Landon Knack needs to play in the major leagues. It's not right to have those guys down where they're down in the minors again. Some of those guys are too old. Gavin Stone, by next year, he has to be a regular major leaguer. Age matters. You have that short window of getting really, really paid. I want to see those guys get really, really paid. So that's where I'm at with this. I want Snell. I want to win a World Series. Worst case, some of these guys do go to the minors, and when guys do get hurt, they're back up. Let's see. Dust settles. Do these short-term deals say about Boris? He blew it. He can't spin it. He and the players those players are all flawed. I know if they all opt out and get a mega deal, it'll look a genius, but he's not going to just get that lucky. Chapman's going to be lucky. Well, he's not going to opt out. He's not that good. Play him or trade him. Amen. Amen. I'm just tracking where my wife's at right now. Sorry about that. that's just life with me sometimes. Make sure she's okay. So I need to get rolling. She's almost home. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate you all. Sign Blake Snell. FanGraphs top 49. So weak. And then pitcher's break. You can never have enough pitching. And it's definitely not my money. Sign Blake Snell. God bless. And go Dodgers.